Let's do something with the flatbread. Let's do something cool. Hey, welcome back everyone. Dave Garrett, This Vet Cooks. Good to see you here. Good to have you here. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for joining. What are we doing today? Well, you already saw the title. That's right. We're going to make some falafel. That's right, yeah. That garbanzo bean, Mediterranean kind of really cool, tasty, savory, no meat. And it's cool. And we're going to put it in, we're going to serve it not in a gyro, not in a pita bread. What we're going to do is we're going to serve it on that cottage cheese flatbread. It's doubly good. So let's work over the ingredients. Let's put it all together and let's get started. Alrighty, let's go through the ingredients. We're going to need a can of chickpeas, or AKA garbanzo beans. That's right, garbanzo beans. We're going to need an onion quartered, a large onion quartered. So this is kind of a small to medium. We'll need to get a bigger one if we've got one. If not, work accordingly. A 2/3 cup chopped fresh parsley, a 1/3 of a cup fresh cilantro, a 1/2 cup all-purpose flour or chickpea flour or almond flour, or you know what, all-purpose flour works. 2 teaspoons baking powder, 2 teaspoons cumin, ground cumin. Well, how else do they make it? Anyway, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon coriander, ground coriander. Well, they make those in seeds. 1 teaspoon ground black pepper. Again, they make those in seeds, or a little, yeah, whatever. And olive oil spray, and a 1/4 teaspoon red pepper flakes. All right, so what are we going to do? We're going to put it all together. Then we're going to run it through the food processor. So yes, this definitely is going to get chopped up a little bit more finer. We're going to put it in the food processor. We're going to blend it, then we're going to let it sit for about 2 hours in the fridge. We're going to let the whole mixture sit. You'll see that here in just a moment. We're going to put it all together. Let's get started. All right, we're here at the food processor. We're going to pulse the onion that we just quartered and the cloves of garlic. Then we're going to start that first. Uh-oh. Ah, there it goes. And get ready. Whoa. Don't worry, we'll be adding more of the ingredients, but right now we're going to use a little spatula to get stuff off the side. The good spatula. There we go. And we'll run it through again, because it went up the side. It's already smelling good. It's smelling great. Alright. That's the downside. It's wet, so it's going to fly up, get away from those blades. I think we're good. Now we're ready for the next ingredient, which is the garbanzo beans. Make sure they're dry. It's my understanding that if you put them in there wet and then it sits for 2 hours, before it even goes in there. If it goes in wet, we're going to need to add more flour to dry it out. So again, let them dry. All right, folks, little technical error. We've already got the onions that were quartered. We've got the garlic in there, the 4 cloves of garlic. Pulsed it. Looks really, really nice. And again, it's going to pull away, and it's going to want to ride up the top of the container here of the food processor. But that's okay. Just bring it back down. Now, once you get a nice little, this looks very nice small pieces, all mixed in, nice and neat. It smells great. Now we're going to throw in the parsley, the 2/3 cup parsley, 1/3 cup cilantro. We'll put that in here. Oh, that looks great. There we go. And then all the spices minus the baking powder, because baking powder is not a spice, but we'll do that on the back end. All right. Oh, that smells fantastic, folks. Oh man, it's going to be delicious. If you've never had a falafel, again, it's one of those, you know, you got to try it at least once. So here we go. You know, don't knock it before you try it. There we go, and we'll blend them all together. Oh, no. Ah, there we go. I'm gonna make it lock. Okay. See how it's onions and then the cilantro and all of the spices? You gotta get them in there. Get it mixed. You don't want that separation. Oh, it looks great. Alrighty, get rid of that. Oops. Ooh, now look at that, much better. Alrighty, now is the time for the garbanzo beans, the chickpeas, whatever works. Alrighty, we're going to be quick on this next one. We've already... Okay, so we're going to be quick. We're not going to ground it in like this is, you know, we made everything nice and fine, but we definitely want to break up those beans, and we definitely want to incorporate all the flavors, but we're not going to overdo it, not like I did it there. Okay, so there they are, all nice, and remember, they got to be dry. Woohoo, there we go. Alright, now with the helpful, skillful hands of Mrs. This Vet Cooks, she's going to run it. Give it a check. Nope, they're still kind of in big pieces. Alrighty, so again, alright, so I see what's going on here. Thank you. And let's pull up a little bit here so we can see what we're talking about. Let me find out. Okay, so they went from the garbanzo beans. Now they look about the size of pine nuts. They look to be about the size of the pine nuts. All right, now we're going to get this all out of here, and we're going to transfer it back to a bowl, and it's going to go in the fridge for a couple of hours to let it solidify. But before we do that, we're going to check our recipe. Make sure we're on track. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we consulted the recipe. Thank you. And no, at this point now we add the flour. Now we add the flour. I thought we mixed it in later on, but no, we add it now. So again, half a cup of flour. And don't forget, the onions did create a little moisture. No worries. We should be good to go. And again, we're going to pulse it like Mrs. This Vet Cooks pulse the garbanzo beans. Right, a couple of times. That's it. We're not going to puree the beans. Nope. Then we get a paste and then it gets all wacky. All right. Hopefully I do it right. But I'll find out here in a second, won't I? Let's take a quick peek. There's still some flour across the top. There we go. We'll mix it up a little bit, and then we'll mix it up again before we put it in the fridge. Finally, we get to put it in the fridge finally. So, but hey, looks great, smells great. Okay, see how it hardened up now? It's packed. So once it gets cold, then it'll really start looking like something. All right, let's get our blade out of here. Well, you know what? Safety first, folks. Unplug that thing. Alrighty, let's get the blade out. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. See how it holds? Yeah, we're doing good. Oh yeah. All right, put it out of the way.
Give it a final stir.
Alrighty. Oops. Get this out of here before we... Right, so then get this thing out of here. Unplug for our safety. Oh, this thing is heavy. Now, as I pour this in here, just a reminder, we still have the baking powder to go. Again, that'll come back later. Wow. It is dense. And that's good, that's what we want. Alright, so again, back end, we're going to be putting in the air fryer. So I don't know if you saw that in the previous shots. In the background, the air fryer is there. So we're going to run it out of the air fryer. Real simple, real quick. Won't take very long, maybe about 6 or 7 hours in the air fryer. I'm kidding, no, not that long. Let's see if I can scrape out some more. But I think we've got just about all we're going to be able to get out of here. Alrighty, there it is. Not much. Now reminder, what does the baking powder do for us? Right, it fluffs it up, makes it bigger. So there it is. Give it a little stir, get that last bit of flour mixed in. So right now that flour is just sucking up all that moisture, binding everything. So we'll go ahead and we'll see you in a couple of hours. Now, mind you, in a couple of hours, once we get started, it's going to go real fast. So again, you have a break. If you're following along, you're doing this, you have a little break built in, but that would be the time you're making the flatbread. Hey, listen, I want to take a moment to thank everybody for stopping by, watching the videos. If you've tried them, let me know. Put your comments down, let me know. Go back to the recipes. Which ones did you like? Which ones would you like to see me expand on? I've really taken to this cottage cheese flatbread. It's really tasty. It's very surprising. If you've made it, let me know. I definitely want to hear from you because it is, it's not just healthy for you, but it's a better flavor too. And you see, it's very pliable and it works. You saw we've made the pizza. Now we're going to use it as a wrap for the falafel. Again, very tasty. So give it a shot if you haven't already. But I like it a lot. All right, but don't worry, we'll be doing other stuff too. Don't think that that's it. This is the falafel channel. Or I'm sorry, the cottage cheese flatbread channel. Today it is the falafel channel, but for the most part, we're going to continue expanding stuff. Alrighty, listen again. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you're new to the channel, check out the rest of the episodes. I've done a gamut of stuff. I've not stayed on one thing, and again, I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your feedback. And if you've got a recipe idea, or you've got something like, hey, can you make this? Can you do that? By all means, let me know. Let me know. We've done some fan requests already. We'll do more fan requests, but hey, you got to keep them coming in. I'll do the show. You just got to tell me what you want to see. Alrighty, and veterans, you know the deal. Veterans, you know the deal. Don't forget. Where is it? No, it's over here. Yeah, there it is. The Veterans Crisis Line. Hey, don't forget. Make the call, 988. Hit the dial button on your phone, and then press the number 1. When the automated attendant answers, well, that's when you press the number 1. After the automated attendant answers. Of course, you can always text them, or you can visit the veterancrisisline.net. You can chat with them there as well. But again, you've got to make the call, so don't hesitate. You find yourself in a place you're not too sure or unfamiliar, or things are just not falling in line in the way you expected them to, or the way you were told they were going to be. No, just make the call. It happens. We all find ourselves, you do this, you sign your blank, you can sign a blank check to whatever you want to do in the future. Well, trust me, it's no, they like doing that, but hey, it's okay. There's people on the other end that'll help you. There are people on the other end that are there. That's what they do. That's their job. They're there to help. That's why they signed up to do it. So make the call. Don't hesitate. Don't delay. Again, all that information's right here. And of course, it's at the end of the show, and it's in the show notes. Make the call. Alrighty. Again, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks everybody for participating, sharing, liking, comments. Let's get back to this.
All right, we're back here after 2 hours. Now it's time to add the baking powder. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just try to, just tap it in there. I don't want to dump it. Again, because if I dump it, I'm afraid I'm going to create some clumps in there as I start to fold the vegetable mixture, spice mixture into the baking powder. That being said, let's get it. But again, before I forget, when I was creating this, when we were putting this together, I forgot to mention that I had an extra ingredient. That's right. That would be the dillweed. I didn't mention that we added the dillweed, but yes, dillweed. Alrighty. So now it's time to I'm folding this in. No big deal. Nothing major as you see here. And again, it's nice and cold. So it gives us that opportunity to really work it in, and it's not going to fall apart. It's not going to break down. There we go. It's going to stay clumped together, which is a good thing. So as we work it in, and we got to make sure we work it in pretty good, because get it all nice and tight, and get everything that we can. And once that's taken care of, then we can go ahead and proceed to use the little ice cream scoop there. We're going to make our falafel balls or a falafel disc, but I think it's that time. So let's get started. All right. So using the scoop, we just fill it up, put it into a little ball, smash it down a little bit, put it in. So again, fill up the scoop. I ran it up against the wall of the bowl, made sure it got a little rounded. Then I just gave a little push, flattened it out a little bit, kind of turned it into a thicker hamburger patty looking thing. And yep, there we go. Did it again. And again, round it out, then give it a good little flattening, and off we go. And I'm just going to do that for the rest of these. All right, so there they are. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and spray this air fryer pan with some of this spray on coconut oil. And again, just to lubricate the pan or the pan here. But again, it's got the little holes underneath, so again, vents it. So there you go. And again, it's not going to have very much dripping. Remember, it's just garbanzo beans and some veggies and some spices. So not bad. All right, now we're just going to transfer these over to the air fryer little pan here. And as we get them in, just want to remind you, we're going to put these in the air fryer for 15 minutes at 350 degrees. And about halfway through, we're going to flip it over. Now the air fryer, I don't know how your air fryer is, but my air fryer will tell me at the halfway point. It'll say food or flip food, or it's time to, it'll beep. It'll just give you a signal that it's time to flip the food. All right, so let's get them all on here, and let's get this thing in the air fryer. All right, there's our air fryer all prepped up, 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's get this in here. And again, just I know I just said it, but I'll say it again. 15 minutes, 350 degrees, and we're going to flip it halfway through, provided I can get this thing in here. This sheet, get it in here. All right, so once we get it in, we'll close it, and we'll wait. Alrighty, there it is, the cottage cheese flatbread. There it is, that's what we're going to use. Again, real simple to make, really easy, very tasty, and quite thin. I don't know if you can see that, but it's very delicious. Alright, let's wait for this thing to finish. Got 2 more minutes, and then we'll get assembling. There they are. The falafel is done. We're going to assemble it. Alright, we cut the cottage cheese flatbread. Again, let's see how pliable it is. It's awesome. There we go. We got that. All right, what are we going to do first? We're going to throw down, so we're going to put the falafel here. We're going to fold it this way. So we're going to put the tzatziki with the T, but tzatziki sauce. I have a speech impediment there. Sorry about that. So we're going to put this down. Do a little bit of this. Put some of that there. Oh, this looks great. And of course, you can, spread it out as much as you need. Push it down. Again, don't forget, it's all folding over. All right. Now we're going to get our little falafel disc. Do that there like that. Do it there like that. And a smaller one to fit. There we go. Look at that. Now, throw a little salad on top of it. Like that. Fold it over. There we go. There's your falafel. There it is, in the cottage cheese flatbread. All right, let's do the tasty taste, and it's time for dinner. There it is. I cut it down a little bit, made it a little smaller to work with. Let's give it a tasty taste. Whoa, it's just all over the place now. Oh man.
That's fantastic. You really don't taste the chickpeas. You taste everything else. All the spices, all the herbs. The flatbread is delicious. The tzatziki sauce, the cucumber in that. Folks, it's fantastic. Falafel on cottage cheese flatbread. Folks, it's delicious. I'm Dave Guerin. This Vet Cooks.